Okay, we're lesson set. Next word is a check for the day. 3 will get you a seat in someplace. Okay, in trouble. So knock it off. Okay, we're on lesson 17. That would be page 4 of your notes, I believe. Yep, not very long. We're supposed to have had the quiz with this lesson, so we're a little bit behind on the, and that's why I made it. Okay, we may go into 18. We'll see how time goes today, but probably not. Okay. The only homework that you would have tonight would be to read pages 43 to 45. And that's all. And if there's time at the end of the class period, then that's what I would like you to do quietly. Okay? Hello, Gianni. Hopefully you are hearing me. You are not. Yes, you are. Okay, you should be. Okay, everything's hooked up right. And I think we're ready to go with lesson 17. Okay? Make sure you're doing your work, getting things done, getting them turned in as soon as you can. And everybody here in the class, make sure you are checking this sheet for your makeup work and get that turned in. If those papers aren't turned in by the end of the grading period, which is in about I think 4 weeks, maybe less than that. Okay, maybe even less than that. They will stay as zeros. Okay, so you have your chance to getting all the makeup work in, so work on it. Okay, and don't wait till the last day to get it done. Work on it now, otherwise you have some problems. Okay, so make sure your parents know that. And I'll probably be sending out an email here shortly about all that too. Okay? Okay, lesson 17. The insect eating brigade. Okay? Not a lot of notes on this one, but that's okay. We're at 2:20, so and it's Wednesday. I don't want to give you any homework tonight anyway. Okay, so number 1. The provision by God to control the insect population is designing a variety of animals which feed primarily on insects. Insects is the largest family God created. Okay? Now you say, well, the rodents, yes, they're there. And let me rephrase what I just said because I forgot about the rodents. Insects, as small as they are, and as many as they are, they multiply quite rapidly. Okay? Take, for instance, a spider. When its eggs hatch, there are almost thousands of little spiderettes coming out. Okay? And so if you have that on some insects, now other insects, they lay one egg, but they lay a lot of those one eggs. Okay? And so they're individualized, but yet they multiply drastically. Okay? Not to jump ships a little bit, but we've been talking about rodents. Okay, so last night at our house, my house, I'd grilled for supper last night, dinner, and I went back out just to ease my mind if I had turned off the gas or the gas was connected, because I had to change tanks on our grill. And it was, not overly late, but it was like 9 o'clock or something like that. So I went out and I had my contacts off. I had my other glasses on, which can't see as well with, especially distance. And I was going to the grill, and I saw this shadow running across the top of our fence. And at first it didn't bother me, but the more I looked at it, the more I could see its silhouette against the sky. It was not a cat. And we normally have cats crawling our fence and in our backyard and etc., neighborhood cats. But this animal had a pointed tail, and it was a rounded type body. Okay? And it was about this long. Okay? So probably a good foot, maybe a little longer. Okay? So I didn't have any light source at the time except for the backyard light. So it wasn't shining anything or showing anything. And so I went back in the house, got my phone, went back out, tried to shine my flashlight from my phone on it, and it wasn't detailed of a light beam enough. So I went back in, got a flashlight, or a flashlight that I had, brought it out. It didn't give me, it gave me a little bit more, but it didn't give me enough to see what kind of an animal was. So I went back in and got a stronger flashlight, and he was still on the fence when I went back out. And any guesses of what kind of animal it was, Olive?
Possum.
It was a possum. Okay, sitting on top of our fence, and it gave me the willies seeing that thing crawling on the fence last night. And but that's the first time I'd ever seen a possum at our house. Okay, but anyway, that's just a story because we just got done talking about rodents. Emma?
My grandpa used to be a police officer, and they called him a possum.
Okay. Now today we're talking about insect-eating animals. Okay, and God has provided these animals to keep the insect population down. Otherwise, they're going to be all over the place all the time. These animals eat ants and termites. Okay, they're the anteaters, the pangolins, the aardvarks, the echidnas, the armadillos, the bats, the shrews, the moles, the hedgehogs, and the platypuses. All of them will eat insects. Okay? Now there's some other animals that eat insects, but this is their diet. Okay? They live on insects, and so if they don't have a quantity, they're going to starve for food. Okay? So go ahead and get what you need.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
Today.
Okay.
I finished everything.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, now number 3. We're going to take the first one, anteaters. Okay? Anteaters and termite eaters have been given a special organ. That is their long tongue, their long sticky tongue. They take that tongue and they go up into the anthill, or wherever all the ants are, the termites, and they'll stick that tongue all the way down in. Okay? Now, because it's sticky, when they pull it back out, it brings all the ants with it. Okay? Now, one of your first questions is that, or thoughts would be, don't the ants sting the anteater's tongue? Probably. But it is equipped enough to where it doesn't affect him. Okay? So he's got a rough enough tongue, a tough enough tongue, that those bites won't hurt. Okay? So he sticks it in and brings it out. Okay? Um, they use their claws. If they can't get into the heel, they use their claws to open it up. Now, you've all done that to some extent. You've seen an anthill, and you've knocked the top of the anthill off. Okay? And then you see all these little holes, the tunnels. Okay? If it's a good enough anthill and you've done it right. But what they do is they just take that top of the anthill and just dig it out. Okay? And then they take their tongue and they sweep all those animals, all those ants up and all those termites. Termites are in dead wood. And so they go in with their tongue in those little grooves of the dead wood and they bring on or they bring out all the termites. Okay? So they have to have this in order to survive. And well, we're going to come to that here in a minute. Okay, the ant specialists. There's 3 ant specialists that have long, sticky tongues. The giant anteater, the aardvarks, and the pangolins. Okay, so you can kind of see these pictures. The picture doesn't do the giant anteater justice, okay? But it is good size. It is pretty good size, okay? Not dinosaur huge, okay? So get that out of your mind. It's not cat size, but it is maybe a small pig to even bigger than that, okay? It's long, okay? This picture kind of is deceiving, but here's its nose coming down here. It's searching for all the ants. Legs, okay, tail back here, okay. But that's your anteater. Your aardvark. What's your aardvark look like? The face kind of looks like a what?
It looks like a tree, honestly.
A what?
Like a tree.
A tree?
Like a
Okay.
Doesn't it look like a pig a little bit?
It has the nose of a pig. Okay. See the snout part of it? It has the head of kangaroo, a deer, something that is slim and trim like that. Its ears stick up like deers do. Okay. The body of it looks more rodent style. Okay. But it's searching for it. It has those long tongues also that stick out. And the pangolins. Well, what did we say that was special about the pangolins? It has what? Okay, the shields, or in this case, shield of what? What does it look like? What are all these scales? Okay, okay, but a shield, a hard body and armor type of protective shield that they have. Okay, the giant anteaters. Okay, can eat up to 30,000 ants and termites a day. Okay, and they need that to keep surviving. So they are constantly on the watch. Now, I'll come to your questions in a minute. If they're eating 30,000 a day, okay, just think of how many ants there are. Okay? Get the picture? And God has created all of these insects. Okay? And God has created all of these ant specialists for one purpose, to keep the ant population, the termite population, the insect population down. Okay? So it all ties in together. Okay? Now, Cam?
Just like the person, just like the anteaters. How do people know that it eats 30,000 ants a day?
It's an estimate.
Just someone just like standing there watching.
No, but it's an estimate. Okay? Ariel?
Do all anteaters and termite eaters, do all of them have sticky tongues?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. Landon?
They go backwards.
Okay. Adam? There are some ants out there, aren't there? On the other side of the volleyball court? Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah, I fell in it.
Yep,
Or I fell and I sat in it on accident.
we
Well,
yeah, the boys PE class last year didn't like being out there because of that.
I put my hand in it.
Okay. Is everybody done with this?
Like,
Shh. Okay, you guys been doing a great job today. Keep it up. Everybody done? Yes. And there's your homework. 43 to 45. Right now it's 2:32. Let's see if we can get this read by 2:40, and then we can start getting cleaned up. Okay? Gianni, it's a short lesson today, but that's what it is. So make sure you read pages 43 to 45, and then tomorrow we'll start on lesson 18. Okay? Make sure you're staying up on your work. Great job. Have a good day. Bye-bye.